Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Coins. Did you know some US state quarters can be worth thousands today? Let's talk about the top 4 most valuable state quarters. Coming in at number 4, the Wisconsin state quarter with its famous extra leaf error, a true collector's treasure worth big money. At number 3, the Kansas state quarter, known for its rare minting mistake that turns it into a high-value find. Number 2, the Delaware state quarter, often found with striking errors that make it extremely valuable to collectors. And at number 1, the Iowa state quarter, one of the most sought-after pieces with rare mint details that can bring thousands. So, before you spend your change, make sure you're not holding one of these valuable US state quarters. First up, the Florida state quarter from 2004 is one of the most beautiful and historically rich coins from the United States 50 state quarters program. Released by the US Mint as part of this iconic series, the Florida quarter represents the 27th state to join the Union. This coin captures the essence of Florida's unique history, exploration, and natural beauty. In this video, we'll explore every fascinating detail of the 2004 Florida quarter, including its design, meaning, mintage, errors, and how collectors determine its true value today. Stay tuned, because some rare varieties of this coin can be worth far more than face value. The Florida state quarter was officially released on March 29, 2004. The design on the reverse side honors Florida's heritage and its role in early American exploration. It features a Spanish galleon ship sailing near a coastline, a sabal palm tree, the official state tree of Florida, and the famous space shuttle launching into orbit. These elements beautifully capture Florida's past, present, and future. The Spanish galleon represents the early explorers who arrived in the 1500s, while the space shuttle symbolizes Florida's role in space exploration, especially from Kennedy Space Center. The palm tree shows the natural beauty and tropical climate that make Florida one of the most visited states in the country. The inscriptions on the coin include Florida, 1845, and 2004, representing the year Florida joined the Union and the year the coin was released. You'll also see the state motto Gateway to Discovery, which connects Florida's early exploration with its modern scientific achievements. On the obverse side, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, which appears on all quarters of the state quarter series. When it comes to mint marks, the Florida quarter was produced at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. You can identify the mint mark by looking on the obverse side near Washington's ponytail. Coins marked with a P were made in Philadelphia, while those with a D were made in Denver. Additionally, there are also proof versions made at the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. The mintage numbers were quite high for both circulation coins, but collectors look for coins with high grades or unique errors that make them rare and valuable. In circulated condition, most Florida state quarters are worth face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or proof condition, the value can increase significantly. For example, a high-grade Florida quarter graded MS-67 or higher can sell for several dollars, and special proof versions in deep cameo condition can be worth even more. The most valuable examples are error coins or quarters with striking defects, like double die errors, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchette. Some rare mint error varieties have sold for hundreds of dollars, depending on the condition and rarity. Collectors also pay attention to the coin's luster, strike quality, and any signs of damage or wear. A coin that has never been in circulation and retains its original mint shine is much more desirable. Graded coins encapsulated by trusted certification companies can fetch premium prices in auctions and private sales. The design of the Florida quarter also has strong symbolic meaning. The combination of the old Spanish ship and the space shuttle illustrates Florida's journey from the age of discovery to the space age. It tells a story of exploration, innovation, and progress. This dual imagery makes it one of the most beloved designs in the entire state quarters collection. Beyond its beauty and symbolism, the Florida state quarter is also a favorite among collectors because of its connection to American history and culture. It commemorates not only Florida's discovery by Spanish explorers like Juan Ponce de Leon, but also the state's continued importance in modern technology and space travel. The coin design was chosen after public competition, and the final selection reflected both historical and modern significance. If you're a coin collector or investor, it's always a good idea to examine your Florida quarters closely. Look under magnification for any minting errors or die cracks. Coins with full details and clean surfaces are the most desirable. You may find that some coins struck in 2004 have minor die variations, which can make them unique. In the collector's market, presentation and condition are key. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or slabs tend to retain their value longer. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can reduce their worth. Instead, store them in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight to preserve their finish. The Florida State Quarter remains an important piece of U.S. numismatic history. It's not just a coin, it's a story of discovery, adventure, and technological achievement. Every element on this quarter reflects a chapter of Florida's incredible journey, from explorers searching for new lands to astronauts reaching for the stars. Even though millions were made, the special varieties and high-grade coins continue to attract serious attention from collectors worldwide. Whether you find one in your pocket change or add a proof coin to your collection, the 2004 Florida Quarter stands as a shining example of the creativity and history captured in the U.S. 50-state quarters program. Next up, the 2001 New York State Quarter from the United States is one of the most iconic coins in the 50-state quarters program released by the U.S. Mint. This beautiful coin celebrates New York's rich history, freedom, and the pride of being the Empire State. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about the 2001 New York State Quarter, including its design details, mint marks, composition, historical background, errors, varieties, and its value in today's coin market. Stay tuned till the end because some rare New York quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition, rarity, and minting errors. The New York State Quarter was released on January 2, 2001, becoming the first coin of that year and the 11th coin issued in the State Quarters series. It was designed to honor New York's admission into the Union in 1788. The reverse of the coin, designed by artist Alfred Miletsky, features the Statue of Liberty in the foreground, a textured outline of the state of New York behind it, and a line tracing the route of the Hudson River and Erie Canal. Alongside, the inscription Gateway to Freedom represents New York's central role as the historic entry point for immigrants coming to America seeking liberty and opportunity. The obverse side of the coin carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932. The inscriptions on the obverse include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and Quarter Dollar. Depending on where it was struck, you'll also find a mint mark next to Washington's ponytail, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. The New York State Quarter is composed of a clad combination of copper and nickel, weighing 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded, giving it a distinctive grip texture. The design elements were carefully chosen to symbolize New York's influence as a state of innovation, freedom, and economic power. Now, let's discuss the mintages. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 655 million New York quarters, while the Denver Mint struck about 619 million. The San Francisco Mint produced two proof versions, a clad proof and a silver proof, mainly for collectors. The silver proof version is 90% silver and 10% copper, making it more valuable due to its metal content. Even though billions of these coins were produced, not all New York quarters are equal. Collectors often look for rare varieties, errors, and high-grade examples certified by grading companies. Some of the most popular errors include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and missing clad layers. One notable variety is the double die reverse, where certain parts of the design such as the words Gateway to Freedom or the outline of the state may appear doubled. Such errors can make your coin much more valuable. A New York State Quarter in circulated condition is usually worth between 25 cents and $1. However, uncirculated examples in mint state, MS, condition can sell for several dollars. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are extremely scarce and can bring hundreds of dollars. Proof silver versions, especially those with deep cameo finishes, can be worth $10 to $30 or even more depending on demand. Now, let's talk about how to identify a valuable New York quarter. Start by examining the overall condition. Coins that have never been used in circulation and still have their original mint luster are the most desirable. Next, look closely for any minting errors under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. If you find a quarter with visible doubling, a partial collar strike, or a missing clad layer revealing a copper tone, it could be worth getting professionally evaluated. Collectors also love coins with historical or symbolic appeal. The Statue of Liberty design, paired with the map of New York and the route of the Erie Canal, makes this quarter an artistic masterpiece representing America's journey of freedom. Many people collect the New York quarter not only for its value but also for its cultural significance as the gateway to millions of immigrants who entered the U.S. through Ellis Island. In addition to errors, another factor that can increase a coin's value is its strike quality. Proof coins from San Francisco are struck multiple times using specially polished dies, giving them mirror-like backgrounds and sharp details. These are highly sought after by collectors. The silver proof quarters, with their higher silver content, have a heavier feel and a brighter tone compared to the standard clad versions. If you're a new collector or someone interested in coin hunting, the New York State Quarter is an excellent coin to start with. You can find them in circulation, in mint sets, or coin rolls from banks. Always check the mint mark, look for unusual features, and keep your coins protected in holders or capsules to preserve their condition. Many collectors build complete 50-state quarter sets, and the New York coin often stands out due to its powerful design and the symbolism of liberty. When it was first released in 2001, it generated significant excitement across the nation, especially among residents of New York who saw the Statue of Liberty as an emblem of pride. As of today, New York quarters in exceptional grades, such as MS-68 or PR-70, are highly desirable and command strong prices at auctions and coin shows. Some rare errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially those with visible doubling or unique striking anomalies. For example, a 2001 New York quarter graded MS-68 once sold for over $500 due to its pristine condition. It's always a good idea to handle coins by their edges and avoid touching their surfaces to prevent oils or scratches. Store them in a cool, dry place away from humidity. For collectors who prefer investing, silver proof quarters can be an excellent long-term option since they have both numismatic and bullion value. Beyond its monetary worth, the 2001 New York State Quarter serves as a reminder of America's enduring promise of freedom and opportunity. The combination of the Statue of Liberty, the Erie Canal, and the outline of New York perfectly captures the state's identity as a global symbol of hope and progress. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, exploring the details of this coin can be both educational and rewarding. From its design inspiration to its hidden varieties and market value, the New York State Quarter continues to be one of the most recognized and admired coins in the United States Mint State Quarters program. Next up, the South Dakota State Quarter was released on November 6, 2006, as the 40th coin in the 50 State Quarters series. It celebrates South Dakota's admission to the Union in 1889. The design captures the heart of the state's pride, Mount Rushmore, carved into the Black Hills granite, featuring the faces of four iconic U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Surrounding the monument is a majestic ring-necked pheasant in flight, the official state bird, along with stalks of wheat, representing South Dakota's strong agricultural roots. The design beautifully combines the state's natural beauty, wildlife, and historical symbolism. The obverse of the coin features the traditional portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan and slightly modified for the State Quarter series by William Cousins. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and Quarter Dollar. On the reverse, designed by John McCanty, you'll find South Dakota, 1889, and 2006, along with E Pluribus Unum. The South Dakota Quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 2006 South Dakota Quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the 2006 D at the Denver Mint, and the 2006 S Proof Quarters were minted in San Francisco. The proof coins are especially popular among collectors due to their mirror-like finish and higher quality. When it comes to mintage, both the 2006 P and 2006 D South Dakota Quarters had high production numbers, but certain varieties and error coins can make some examples far more valuable. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 265 million coins, and the Denver Mint produced around 265 million as well. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint produced roughly 2 million proof coins, including both clad and 90% silver proof versions, which are especially sought after. Collectors look for unique varieties such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and clipped planchets that can make a South Dakota quarter worth much more than 25 cents. One of the most famous errors is the double die reverse, where parts of the wheat stalks or lettering appear doubled. Another collectible error type is the die chip error, where excess metal forms a small raised bump on the coin surface, often found near the bird or lettering. In circulated condition, a regular 2006 South Dakota quarter usually holds its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, can be worth anywhere from $2 to $10 or more. If you have a proof coin, especially the silver version in PR-69 or PR-70 condition, its value can reach between $20 and $50 or higher, depending on market demand and quality. High-grade certified coins, especially those graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, tend to fetch premium prices. An example of a top-graded 2060 South Dakota quarter in MS68 condition can sell for $100 or more in auctions, especially if it displays sharp details and a clean surface with minimal marks. Similarly, a silver-proof quarter in perfect PR70 deep cameo condition can command high value among serious state quarter collectors. What makes the South Dakota quarter stand out is not just its collectible potential but also the powerful symbolism of Mount Rushmore, an American masterpiece that took 14 years to carve. The inclusion of the pheasant and wheat adds to the coin's charm, representing both the wildlife and agricultural backbone of the state. This makes the 2006 South Dakota quarter a piece of American art and heritage in the palm of your hand. If you're searching through your pocket change, coin rolls, or collections, always look carefully at your 2006 quarters. Pay attention to mint marks, sharpness of design, luster, and any unusual features that could signal a mint error. You might just discover a coin worth several dollars or even hundreds, especially if it's in pristine condition or displays a rare error pattern. Many coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters enjoy collecting the entire 50-state quarters set, and the South Dakota design often becomes a favorite because of its iconic and bold imagery. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, the South Dakota quarter is a must-have for completing your state quarters collection. The silver-proof versions from the San Francisco Mint are struck in 90% silver and have a beautiful mirror finish. These coins not only appeal to collectors but also to silver investors who value both the beauty and metal content. Always store proof coins properly in airtight holders or capsules to protect them from scratches and tarnish, preserving their long-term value. Over time, the South Dakota State Quarter continues to gain attention from collectors who appreciate its historical and artistic importance. It represents one of the final coins in the 50-state quarters series, making it a significant milestone in U.S. coinage history. The series itself encouraged millions of Americans to start coin collecting, and the South Dakota quarter remains a lasting reminder of that era. If you want to know whether your South Dakota quarter might be worth something, start by checking its mint mark, condition, and any special varieties. Consider weighing it as well, since an incorrect planchet weight could indicate a minting error that boosts its value significantly. Even a slight misalignment or doubling in design can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. In summary, the 2006 South Dakota State Quarter is a remarkable tribute to American history, art, and nature. With its depiction of Mount Rushmore, the flying pheasant, and the golden wheat, it tells the story of a proud state and its contribution to the nation. Whether you collect for fun, investment, or historical interest, this quarter deserves a place in your collection. Keep an eye out for high-grade examples and error coins, as they can turn an ordinary find into an extraordinary treasure. Now we will explore the 1999 Georgia State Quarter is one of the most iconic coins in the entire 50-state quarters program from a United States Mint. Released as part of the first 5 designs in this legendary series, the Georgia State Quarter honors the Peach State, known for its deep southern roots, rich history, and cultural pride. In this video, we'll explore everything about the 1999 Georgia Quarter: its design, hidden details, production, mint marks, errors, values, and how collectors around the world view this coin today. Stay tuned till the end, because you might be surprised by how valuable certain versions of this coin can be. The Georgia State Quarter was released on July 19, 1999, making it the 4th coin in the 50-state quarters program after Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. The obverse side, designed by John Flanagan, features the familiar profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design is consistent across all state quarters, symbolizing unity among the 50 states. The reverse side of the Georgia Quarter, however, is where its story shines. Designed by T. James Ferrell, the reverse proudly displays the state outline of Georgia, overlaid by a peach, surrounded by live oak branches, and the banner reading Wisdom, Justice, Moderation, which is the state motto. The peach is not just a random symbol, it's Georgia's most famous fruit, often associated with the nickname the Peach State. The live oak branches symbolize Georgia's strength, endurance, and natural beauty. The inclusion of the state outline was a deliberate choice to showcase the geographical pride of Georgia, something that made the coin immediately recognizable to residents and collectors. Now, let's talk about mint locations and production numbers. The Georgia Quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins with the P mint mark were made at the Philadelphia Mint, those with the D mint mark at the Denver Mint, and the special proof versions with the S Mint mark at the San Francisco Mint. In total, the U.S. Mint produced over 939 million Georgia quarters, around 451 million from Philadelphia and about 488 million from Denver. The San Francisco Mint produced millions of proof coins, both in clad and silver versions, aimed at collectors. With such high production, you might think all Georgia quarters are common. But the truth is, not all are equal in value. The condition, mint mark, and specific errors play a huge role in determining how much a Georgia quarter is worth today. Circulated coins are usually worth only their face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated and proof examples can sell for much more, especially when certified in high grades like MS-67 or MS-68. For example, a 1999p Georgia quarter in mint state 67 condition can bring anywhere from $20 to $40, while the same coin graded MS-68 can exceed $200 or more depending on demand. The 1999D Georgia quarter in MS-68 condition has sold for over $1,000 at auction, an impressive price for a coin that millions once carried in their pockets. The silver-proof versions, especially those in pristine condition, are also highly desirable, often valued between $10 and $25 each, depending on the year's silver market and the coin's condition. Now let's look at the exciting part, errors and varieties. Error coins are the real gems of the Georgia State Quarter series. One of the most sought-after errors is the extra leaf variety, which features an additional line or mark near the leaf or peach design. Some coins also have misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers, where part of the copper core shows through. These errors can range from minor to dramatic, and collectors love them. Depending on rarity and visibility of the error, these coins can fetch from $50 to several $100s, sometimes even more if the coin is in mint state. Another interesting variety is the grease-filled die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin becomes clogged with grease or debris, causing parts of the design to appear faint or missing. These coins may look strange but are highly collectible because each one is unique. Even small errors like die cracks or cuds can make a Georgia State quarter stand out in the collector market. If you have a Georgia quarter, check it carefully. Look for sharp details, strong luster, and minimal scratches. Coins that appear freshly minted or uncirculated should be handled carefully, preferably by the edges, and stored in a protective holder to prevent damage. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Let's also talk about proof coins. Proof Georgia quarters are struck multiple times using specially prepared dies to give them a mirror-like finish. The San Francisco Mint produced two main types, the clad proof and the silver proof. The silver proof quarters are made of 90% silver, making them heavier and more valuable due to their metal content and limited mintage. These are typically found in collector sets and not released into circulation. The 1999 Georgia quarter also holds historical significance because it was part of the first wave of the state quarters program. That year marked the start of an incredible collecting craze in the United States. Millions of Americans began saving quarters for the first time, turning casual pocket change into a national hobby. For many, the Georgia quarter symbolized the pride and charm of the southern United States, its peach orchards, its heritage, and its motto reflecting a balanced life. Now, let's discuss grading, a critical factor in determining a coin's value. Coin grading ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS-70. A coin graded MS-65 or higher has strong eye appeal and minimal marks, while MS-68 and above are nearly flawless. Professional grading services certify these coins, and their holders include labels indicating the coin's mint mark, year, and grade. Collectors love the 1999 Georgia quarter because it's part of the first year of the state quarter program. Coins from the first year tend to have higher interest and better long-term value potential. Even circulated Georgia quarters often hold sentimental value for people who started collecting in 1999. The Georgia quarter is also popular among silver investors. Silver proof sets containing the 1999 Georgia quarter often see demand during times of rising silver prices. Each silver quarter contains about 0.1808 troy ounces of pure silver, which adds intrinsic value on top of the collector premium. While most people have handled a Georgia quarter at some point, few realize how much history and symbolism it carries. From its peach emblem and oak branches to its motto of wisdom, justice, and moderation, the design represents the heart of Georgia's culture. The artistry, combined with its historical release, makes it one of the most beloved coins in modern U.S. history. Now, what about long-term value? Experts believe that high-grade Georgia quarters, especially in MS-68 or better, will continue to rise in value over time. Early state quarters are no longer minted, and pristine examples are becoming scarcer as circulation wears them down. Collectors who began saving these coins decades ago now find that their best-preserved examples are increasing in demand. Even though millions were minted, finding an untouched, brilliant uncirculated Georgia quarter straight from a 1999 US mint set is becoming difficult. Those coins, with full details and no marks, are highly collectible today.